Where's the IU bill?
Good morning. Welcome to today's conference committee. Today is Thursday, April 25th at 11 a.m. We are in room 224. We have three agendas today, and we'll be starting with the one that has SB 2133 HD1 relating to housing on it. This meeting is being streamed live on YouTube. In the unlikely event that we have to abruptly end this hearing due to technical difficulties, the committee will reconvene to discuss any outstanding business at 11 a.m. Friday, April 26th in this room 224, and a public notice will be posted on the legislature's website. So we'll begin with SB 2133 HD1 relating to housing. On behalf of the Senate, the conferees are myself as chair, co-chair Senator Hashimoto, and manager Senator Kanuha.
And on behalf of the House, we have myself and Representative Ayu as co-chairs and managers Kitagawa and Matsumoto. Thank
you. And we have come to agreement on a CD1, so I'll read the description. It authorizes HHFDC to issue bonds for housing project infrastructure and finance the development of regional state infrastructure projects. It exempts bonds issued by HHFDC for improvements by assessments and the interest rate thereon from state, county, and municipal taxation, with certain exceptions. It includes proceeds from bonds issued for regional state infrastructure projects as a source of revenue for regional state infrastructure subaccounts. Authorizes regional state infrastructure subaccount revenues to be used to repay regional state infrastructure project bond holders. The proposed amendments on the CD1 are to pass it with a clean date and also to insert subsection D of 201H, HRS 201H-1915.
Sounds good.
So are we ready to take the vote?
Yeah, we're ready to vote on our side.
So for Senate Bill 2133, the recommendation of the House and Senate managers is to pass with amendments. For the Senate, I vote aye. Co-chair Hashimoto?
Aye.
Senator Kanuha is excused. And may I take the vote on behalf of the House?
Yes, please.
Co-chair Epsilon?
Aye.
Co-chair Ayu? Aye. Manager Kitagawa?
Aye.
And Manager Matsumoto?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. We have a bill.
Great, thank you, sir.
And that brings us to the end of this agenda.
Good morning. I'd like to call to order the conference committee for 11 a.m. Thursday, April 25th. We are in room 224. We are on the agenda with HB 2090, HD1 SD2 relating to housing. We do have representing the House, we have myself and Representatives Ichiyama and Tarnas as co-chairs with managers Ayu, Miyake, Takayama, and Matsumoto.
Okay, on behalf of the Senate, myself as chair, co-chairs Inouye and Rhodes, managers Favela, and everybody's here.
Great. So we do have a conference draft with agreement here, and I will read the description of the bill and then describe the changes from the conference draft. So the HB 2090 would allow residential use in areas zoned for commercial use to be considered permitted under certain circumstances and requires each county to adopt or amend its ordinances to allow for adaptive reuse of existing commercial buildings in the county's building codes. The agreement that we have for the changes on the CD1 as compared to the earlier version is that we are adding on section 2, page 2, line 21, we're adding multifamily uses into the residential uses permitted under this act in areas zoned for commercial use. We are adding text in section 3, page 3, line 11 that explicitly allows adaptive reuse of existing commercial buildings pursuant to this section until each county adopts or amends its ordinance in accordance with this section. On section 2, page 3, line 17, we're removing the provision establishing the minimum size of micro units at 220 square feet and instead establishing that they shall be larger than the minimum standard in the, the counties can't require that those units be larger than the minimum standard in the International Building Code. On section 2, page 4, line 7, we're establishing that the exemption to off-street parking requirements only applies provided that the existing off-street parking satisfies at least 50% of county parking requirements. And then on section 2, page 4, line 12, we're adding text to subsection 3B that the subsection does not preclude a county from exempting a project under this section from all off-street parking requirements. And then we are making the act effective upon approval. Is that agreeable to the
That
Senate?
is agreeable. I think also loops in a concern that was given to us to know about 46B. So, yeah, no, we're very agreeable to that and ready to vote.
Okay, great. We will take the vote then. For myself, I vote aye. Co-Chair Ichiyama.
Aye.
Co-Chair Tarnas. Aye. Representative Ayu.
Aye.
Representative Miyake.
Aye.
Representative Takayama.
Aye.
Representative Matsumoto.
Aye.
Great. May I take the vote on behalf of the Senate?
Please.
Co-Chair McKelvey,
Yes.
or sorry, Chair McKelvey. Co-Chair Inouye.
Aye.
Senator Rhodes.
Aye.
And Senator Favela. Aye. Great. Measure passes. We have a bill. Thank you very much. Seeing no further business, this hearing is now adjourned. Good morning. I'd like to call to order the conference committee hearing for Thursday, April 25th at 11 a.m. We are in room 224. And we are on the agenda starting with HB 1763 HD1 SD2. Representing the House, we have myself and Representative Ayu as co-chairs, and we have managers Garrett, Miyake, Onishi, and Matsumoto.
And on behalf of the Senate, the conferees are myself as chair, co-chair Hashimoto, and Senator Kanuha as manager.
All right, we have an agreed upon CD1 for this, but we're waiting for fin release. So we will reconvene on this measure tomorrow, same place, same time, same room. So that's Friday, April 26, 11 a.m. in conference room 224.
Sounds good. The next
Uh,
bill is Senate Bill 1170 SD2 HD1 relating to affordable housing credits. The Senate conferees are myself as chair, Senator Kanuha as co-chair, and manager Senator Hashimoto.
On behalf of the House, sorry, we have myself and Representative Ayu as co-chairs, and we have managers Miyake, Morikawa, and Matsumoto.
And so for this measure, we do have agreement on a CD1, and we're waiting for WAM and FIN. So we'll reconvene tomorrow, April 26th, 11 a.m. in this room 224. And then
Sounds good.
And then finally, we have Senate Bill 2337 relating to housing. Senate conferees are myself as chair, co-chair Senator Aquino, and manager Senator Hashimoto.
And House conferees are myself and Representative Ayu as co-chairs, and managers Morikawa, Onishi, and Matsumoto.
So we do have agreement on a CD1, and we have received WAM release, so I'll describe the measure. It expands the county's authorization to exercise the same powers as HHFDC for purposes of developing, constructing, financing, refinancing, or providing mixed-use developments. Applies to bond proceeds expended by a county after 12/31/23. The CD1 amendments insert an effective date upon approval, inserts a sunset date of June 30th, 2028, and also inserts a provision into Section 2, subsection A, that county projects shall prioritize walkability to the extent practicable.
Looks great to me.
Okay, so we're ready to take the vote. So the recommendation of the House and Senate managers is to pass with amendments. I vote aye. Co-chair Aquino?
Yes.
Senator Hashimoto?
Aye.
And may I take the vote on behalf of the House?
Yes, please.
Co-chair Ebsler?
Aye.
Co-chair Ayu?
Aye.
Manager Morikawa?
Aye.
Manager Onishi?
Aye.
And manager Matsumoto?
Aye.
Okay, well, motion carries. We have a bill.
Thank you very much, sir.
And that brings us to the end of our agenda. There being no further business, this hearing is adjourned.
Aye.